Now your forecast first.
Sponsored by ESL Federal Credit Union.
Good evening, Rochester. Our summer warmth gone with the wind, a wind that's coming in out of the north, dropping the temperatures tonight into the 50s by 11 o'clock. Some spots overnight will be into the upper 40s. A much fresher breeze will blow in time for you to start the new week. We'll talk about some nice weather on Monday and a sudden warm-up that will follow in my forecast.
Also ahead, what local activists have in store to combat the recent violence plaguing the city of Rochester. And the final day of the Lilac Festival, how organizers say this year's festival went.
From the team you can trust, this is News 8 at 6.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to this web edition of News 8 at 6. As summer gets closer and closer, signs are pointing toward life in New York State being closer to normal than ever before. Today marks the lowest single-day COVID-19 positivity rate the state has seen since the end of August last year. That rate is 0.77%. Also, 64% of adult New Yorkers, people over the age of 18, have received at least one dose of COVID vaccine, and 55% of adult New Yorkers are now fully vaccinated. If you haven't gotten your shot yet, you do have another opportunity to add that to the increasing vaccination rate. The Frederick Douglass Greater Rochester International Airport is hosting a pop-up vaccine clinic tomorrow from noon until 5. This clinic is for any resident over the age of 18 and will be specifically for the Johnson & Johnson vaccine. No appointment is necessary. The vaccine is entirely free. Another Lilac Festival has come and gone, but this one was for the record books. The festival went on despite COVID-19 and despite a host of changes. Tens of thousands came out to celebrate.
I feel great.
Jeff Springett feels a sense of pride and relief after every Lilac Festival, this year even more so. This event was one of few festivals to come back this year, despite the ongoing pandemic.
And it worked out. It's been a little changes. We only had about 6 weeks really to prepare for the festival. By the time we had got all our approvals. So there was a lot of scrambling and putting things together.
For the first time in festival history, COVID-19 forced a host of changes even as the festival was underway. Social distancing and mask wearing, craft beer and wine tasting tents to keep crowds small, and food and beverages brought to tables instead of having people line up at food trucks.
The rules changed every 2 days. Now we can sell tables for 2, tables for 4, tables for 6. Food is available. We serve drinks to the table. You don't have to buy food to come in, which was a rule when we first started. And I feel great about it because it's worked out really well. It got people out of the house. It got people socializing to a degree safely.
And there's no definitive crowd count this year, though we are told upwards of 20,000 attended last Saturday alone. Instead of taking place over 10 days, this year's festival was 9 days spread out over 3 weekends. And because it went so well, Springett says they will likely bring back that format next year. 102 new cases of COVID-19 were confirmed today in Monroe County. The majority of those cases coming from children, teens, and young adults. 12 new cases, boys under the age of 10, 10 new cases, boys between 10 and 19, and another 10 from young women in their 20s. Another night of violence in the city of Rochester, leaving a 21-year-old injured and a 26-year-old in critical condition. And now local activists are yet again taking a stand to work to stop this violence, as Jack Watson reports, and he joins us now in studio. Jack?
Maureen, violence in the city in 2021, specifically gun violence, is outpacing last year. One activist is helping put together a collaborative mission to stop the violence. In the coming days and weeks, local activist Clay Harris is planning to band the city and county together against escalating violence.
Because it's been far too long that we've seen so many of our babies, our children, our kids, our youth just die senselessly.
On Tuesday, he plans a meeting of faith leaders to discuss outreach efforts. Then on Saturday, June 5th, a planned march and rally in the city and county. Harris says he's met with many, including town supervisors, chiefs of police, and the Monroe County Sheriff to put the march together.
We're all coming together to show unity, to show that if we come together, if we finally band together as a community and love will conquer hate any day of the week. And that's what we're doing.
Harris's activism comes on the heels of another violent weekend in Rochester. A 26-year-old man shot on Canary Street Saturday night in critical condition. Later that night, a separate shooting on Pardee Street. A 21-year-old man taken to the hospital with a gunshot wound. According to Rochester police data, there have been 22 homicides this year. Over 70% of them have been gun-related, and more than 100 total shootings this year. Considering the violence in the last year, Harris believes in the effort and the need to raise awareness.
The mission, the voyage that we're on is about helping people to understand that it's time to value life and to value their life.
Harris is with Uniting and Healing Through Hope of Monroe County. The effort began last year with a focus on community outreach. Maureen.
All right, Jack, thank you. If you have any information on any of the recent shootings in the city, police ask that you call 911. I'm going to tell you about a horrible crash today. A 2-year-old girl in critical condition after a car crashed at Hudson and Nassau Street about 1. Authorities say the driver struck a bridge support while traveling north up Hudson, and the 2-year-old was a passenger in that car. The 2-year-old seriously injured. Both the driver and baby transported to Strong. By the way, the driver was not seriously injured, and police are investigating the cause of this crash. A 51-year-old woman was injured in a hit and run last night. Police say the victim was crossing Lake Avenue when she was struck by a vehicle, and that vehicle fled the scene. It was ultimately located by Rochester police. The 25-year-old driver was cited for leaving the scene of a personal injury accident along with other vehicle and traffic violations. This was a cloudy afternoon today with the temperature getting a little cooler than yesterday. I mean, a lot cooler than Friday. Let's take a look at the week ahead with meteorologist Josh Nichols. Hi, Josh.
Hi there, Maureen. Yeah, we had a little taste of summer warmth still right up through about 10 o'clock this morning. Made it up to 78 degrees officially in Rochester. We were even flirting with the low 80s in many spots south. It didn't last long. Cold front came through, and now we have a fresher breeze that's coming in out of the north and northeast, and that's going to make it much more comfortable for sleeping going into tonight. Overnight lows, upper 40s and low 50s. Definitely a tumbling temperature and tumbling humidity levels as well. So we'll enjoy that break from the heat for your day on Monday. The humidity levels will be in check. Nice cool start. Good supply of sunshine. Looks mighty fine for Monday afternoon. And then midweek warmth will return, and suddenly we will be back into the 80s heading into Tuesday and Wednesday as the overall jet stream pattern will support a ridge of high pressure in the mid to upper levels of the atmosphere that will begin to build a little bit closer and closer from the south and set up shop to the east. See that little dip in the jet right there, that little dip in the contours? That represents cooler air that is going to be making a run at us once again just in time for the holiday weekend. Right now, the holiday weekend's a touch unsettled. In fact, I think we are back into the 60s for high temperatures for at least a couple of days. So something to keep in mind there. It's not going to be the summer sensation that we just had. In fact, for the holiday weekend, some showers perhaps early on Saturday, some sun on Sunday, but note the trend is your friend. Into early next week as temperatures make their way back into the mid-70s. Hearing a lot from people that we could use a little bit of rain for the lawns and gardens and the farm fields. There's just not a lot coming our way here for this week. So keep those watering cans and the sprinklers on standby. Skies are clearing nicely now from the north. 64 degrees, a lot different than the 83 of earlier. That breeze out of the east-northeast. And note that the cold front is definitely through. The 70-degree air has been pushed beyond the New York-Pennsylvania border, and those winds are squarely out of the northeast. There is our front. Again, it has made its way to the south. There's that nice clearing line. Skies should clear nicely for tonight. Last to clear will be areas south of Rochester. And fortunately, we escaped the severe weather threat today as well. Radar just shows a few widely scattered small showers over the southern tier at this time. And those are pretty much fizzling fast. So the call for the night tonight, 50 after a spot shower will south. These skies continue that clearing process. There's that 8-day forecast. Nice day for your Monday, 73 the high. Much warmer for Tuesday and Wednesday. There'll be a thunder threat thrown into the mix there as well. Nothing severe as I see it at this point, but we'll watch it. Clears out nicely for your Thursday with lots of sunshine, and then we've got some showers back into the forecast, at least for the end of the weekend. Much cooler air too, with that moderation trend into the holiday weekend.
All right, holiday weekend indeed. We're in for a big week. Thanks, Josh. For a live look at the weather any time of day, just download the News 8 app to your smartphone, and a reminder, it's always free for both Apple and Android devices. And that's News 8 at 6 on the web. Thanks for joining us, everyone. We'll see you over on Channel 8 for News 8 at 11. Until then, have a terrific evening.
Follow News 8 wherever you are on RochesterFirst.com, Facebook, Twitter, and on our app for news and weather.